Broderick Turner covers the Clippers. Boy, is he earning his money now. And he joins us on the program. How interesting is this for you, Broderick, right now?
Well, I'll tell you this, man. I covered the Lakers when they had Kobe, Shaq, and Phil Jackson, and I lost my hair covering those guys. Now I'm covering the Clippers with Donald Sterling and Shelly Sterling. I am down to the white meat on my head.
Is there a drop-dead date for Doc Rivers?
No, I don't think so, because everything is such in flux right now. From what I understand, Doc has perhaps talked about not coaching the team if Donald still owns the team. I don't think he's given himself a drop-dead day, because it could happen any moment. Donald could wake up today and say, okay, fine, I'll sell the team. Or he could fight it to the bitter end like he says he has. So I think it's a tough position for Doc to be in, but not so difficult, because remember, he has 2 years left in his contract, making $14 million.
Wow. And Charles Barkley said that back in May on the show, where nobody's going to want to play. These guys are all going to abandon ship. There'll be mutiny. And it sounds good in theory, principle, and I understand if that would be somebody's take. I just don't see it happening. And I would hope that these players and their agents, tell them to be patient with this. This wasn't going to happen over a weekend. And I think everybody thought, Donald Sterling is going to be lucid and have a moment of clarity and say this is what's best for everybody. Man, that dude's going down fighting. He's going down in flames, Broderick.
But hey, Donald said recently, he goes, I'm not going to sell my team. I'm going to keep my team until the end. I mean, that's who he is. That's what he's been about. But I'll tell you this, Dan. I've talked to quite a few players over the last few days, over the last couple of weeks, and quite often they are unaware of what's going on. All I hear is, so what happened today? Fill me in again? Really? Okay. What's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? And I'm telling them I have no clue what's really going to happen. Most of the guys are just working out, preparing for the season, believing that at some point doing this, that Donald will sell the team.
When's the last time you spoke to Donald Sterling?
Oh, boy. I want to say it was during a Clippers regular season game against Oklahoma City. I was in the hallway outside of the press room. I saw Donald, and he was walking by, and he goes, "Hi, media," as he does in that high-pitched voice. And I said, "How you doing, Donald?" He goes, "Not very well. We're losing." And he walked away. All I could do was just stand there and watch him walk away, because it was typical Donald Sterling voice. And I just didn't want to shake his hand, because when he shakes your hand, it's like this limp, wet rag when he touches your hand.
Talking to Broderick Turner, covers the Clippers for the LA Times, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. Is Doc Rivers, is there anything you can attach to Doc Rivers' future and the Lakers still not naming a head coach?
Well, nothing from what I understand, and from having talked to my coworker who covers the Lakers, and having talked to some people I still know with the Lakers. That one came out of nowhere, and it sounds good. It's easy to float that one out there, but I don't think that's in the Lakers' plans. I don't think that's in Doc's plans. It seems to be if Doc does anything, he'll go back into television. But the Lakers scenario is one that sounds good, sounds sexy. But if that goes to the Lakers, he won't become president of basketball operations. Mm-hmm. He won't have all the power he has now with the Clippers. He won't be making personnel moves. You and I both know that Jimmy Buss runs that team, and we don't know where he's running the team, but he runs that team along with Mitch Kupchak.
Is there at any point where Steve Ballmer, how binding is this agreement that he has to buy the team?
Well, apparently the deadline that Steve and Shelly Sterling set is August 15th to get the team sold to him by that time. That is rapidly approaching us. That's not far away. They're still in court. They go back to court again on Monday to try to get this trial completed. And that's just one of the lawsuits. Think about it. Donald has 3 lawsuits against out there right now. And by Monday, he may have a 4th one out there. Who knows with this guy? So I don't know how binding it truly is. I'm sure there's a little flexibility there. But at some point, if it doesn't get sold, the NBA will step in. And when they step in, things change dramatically.
Finish this sentence. If Donald Sterling is still the Clippers owner at the start of the season.
the Clippers will be a mess again.
On the court?
Not so much on the court, off the court, but it will affect their play just a little bit. We saw that happen in Game 4 of the playoffs against Golden State. It affected those guys quite a bit. They were blown out, and of course, that was new. It was fresh, and we just heard about this audio recording. But it will affect them a little bit because instead of talking about winning the game, losing the game, it'll be, okay, what about Donald Sterling? Is he going to sell the team? Will you guys boycott? Will you guys quit? Do you want to get traded? There'll just be too many peripheral things to talk about and to hear from your friends, to get text messages, to get all these things involved and to be involved in all these things and just not just basketball will be tough for those guys to have to endure all season long.
Have a great summer, Broderick.
Thank you very much, man. You too.
All right, take care. Broderick Turner, LA Times Clippers writer.